I'll call the meeting to order if you would join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And Mr. Conwell.
Mr. Hack?
Here.
Mr. Grover?
Here.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Here.
Mr. Holkinski?
Here.
Mrs. Vanderwater?
Here.
Ms. Lesniak?
Here. Approval of the meeting minutes from the April 3rd meeting. Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Any comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Citizens' comments, anyone signed in to address the board? Item number 1 is approve vouchers. I'll make a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Any second? I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 2, approve Joe Pringle and Braden Hosner as seasonal employees at a rate of $18 an hour for buildings and grounds crew.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 3, accept the record of activities of Robert Grover and Wendy Vanderwater and approve the days to be reported to New York State and local retirement system. Motion to accept the report?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 4 is approval to spend $14,000 to finish building the fence at Snowdale Park. Part of the funding will come from CDBG, what's left over in our grant from the basketball court, which is $8,375, and the balance, approximately $5,625, will come from general fund. Can I get a motion?
Make that motion.
Is there a second? Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 5, approval to spend monies for D. Tiroli, not to exceed $45,000 to begin the drainage work at the baseball fields at Van Buren Central Park.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
This is the start of the project, which we received $195,000 from in a DASNY grant, and we're looking to renovate the ball fields, but first step is we have to remove the water that keeps ponding in the fields. So
I'll just do a quick make comment that I've been out there a couple times to see it, especially after the rain, that it's just terrible. The fields, how much water is just flowing. So I appreciate the work you guys are gonna do to do the drainage.
45,000 gets us started, and I'm not sure.
Right, that's for the equipment and labor for our drainage contractor. We originally earmarked this for ARPA funds, and then the $195,000 was gonna go towards the actual drainage of the ball field. But there was no place to take that drainage, so this is the first step, gives us a place to take the water so we can drain and get those fields usable again.
And we still have funds right now. This is good. Plan is to exhaust the DASNY grant of $195, and then if we have to pull more funds, we've already earmarked ARPA parks improvements, and that's what we'll hit next. If we need more, then we'll talk at budget time on whether or not we need to plan for it in operations. But I think the 195 is going to get us pretty far, so I'm hopeful. Motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approve the spending of the construction for the pavilion at Snowdale Park and purchase of picnic tables, grill, swing set, and creating an 8-vehicle parking area with funding from CDBG not to exceed $50,000. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Jason, I know you went out there today. Briefly talk about, kind of lead it out.
That was Chris from Buildings and Grounds and Heidi from the Parks. So we determined we thought the best area for the pavilion would be to access the other amenities out there and to limit our earthwork. We laid out the pavilion. I talked to the highway superintendent about grading out the pad and putting the stone in. We're going to meet later this week to go over that. Pending approval here, I'm going to reach out to RLS, we already have under contract for pavilion, to get a price for the pavilion structure. They determined that a 15-foot by 30-foot pavilion would be a good size for out there. And they apparently already have people asking when it's gonna be up because they want to use it, so.
Great. I knew this would be valuable to that section of the rules.
I think it's a great use of the money, really do. Use the money and the space.
And, we'll, in this case, exhaust the CDBG funds first, and then we will be able to tap into either the Parks ARPA if we have to for finishing it, or we also have another DASNY grant that can go towards Snowdell or Central Park. So,
I believe we have a $12,500 match on this.
yes, we do. So that, I think, can be made up in in-kind contributions as well, too. So, Doug, keep track of your spending.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 7 is approve seasonal staff for the Parks and Rec Department for the memo Heidi sent. First, she wanted me to ask, does this have the information that board members were looking for?
The only thing I would ask for is, if it's a change, I'd like to know what it was. What the rate now for the first one, for example, is $17.75. What was it for the 23 year?
Okay, 2023 rates. Can I get a motion to approve the seasonal staff?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 8 is approve an intermunicipal agreement with the town of Salina to provide code enforcement services. Can I get a motion?
I will make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
I guess short of it is, we don't have an in-house code enforcement officer right now, so we do have standing IMAs with the Village of Baldwinsville and the town of Lysander. And this will provide us with someone in-house from Salina Monday through Friday to do our day-to-day operations. This is a 6-month agreement right now. Hopefully we don't need to use all 6 months, but we may need to with some training when we get a full-time code enforcement officer too. So we have a motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 9 is budget transfers. It is an addition. They're small. When I'll leave you the, I left you the memo. Just the dog control agreement came in a little higher than was budgeted. And the insurance for the B fund was $55.98 over. So we didn't have the appropriate amount in that line, so she had to make a transfer. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Counselor, committee reports and comments. I'll go to Roger tonight.
I had a meeting with the Little League last Wednesday, and with Kevin Rode from Lysander, the mayor of Baldwinsville, and 2 of the Little League officials, and all they wanted was approval to build another, or a T-ball field, and they don't want any money or anything from us. They just, we're a committee, and they just want approval. We approved that, so they're gonna build another field out there. They did talk about the future, if they wanted to get money from us, and I kind of told them that I don't think that's legal, that the town can't give money to a person or a business. And Kevin had said, well, we can figure out a different way. And then basically, they said that they had thought that the church was for sale, which would mess up kind of their easement for the fields, and that maybe us, or I said that I thought the Reeves owned all that land, that they could get the easement if the church does sell, so they have access to their fields. But it's stuff for the future, and they did mention they were looking for other fields, and I mentioned that, well, we have a park that we're fixing that you guys could rent from us. So in the future, maybe next year, we can get some revenue from them.
That's true. That's part of the point of that one.
If we take care of the drainage issue so we don't lose anyone.
Well, that's all I have.
Thanks, Roger. Jen, anything tonight?
I do. One, I just want to make a reminder about the committee meeting for Parks and Rec and Building and Grounds is just 3 o'clock next Wednesday. And I want to thank Roger, Councilor Hand, and Councilor Vanderwater for going to the Kent Woods board meeting in my absence on April 4th. It was discovered or announced that there's 2 individuals that are going to be retiring. One is Nancy Sullivan, who is the Community Outreach Director, and the other is Ruth Troy, who is the Senior Citizens Coordinator. They are seeking positions still for Ruth's position, which is the Senior Citizens Coordinator. And you can go onto the Village of Baldwinsville's website to find out information if you are interested in that position, what the job details are, and who to contact. I believe that they're sending something to Lynn soon to put on our website. Oh, it's on ours already? Oh, excellent. I wonder if she's giving me the eyes. And then I also wanted to just thank Ruth and Nancy for their dedication to the center and wish them the best in their retirement. And also wanted to just tell the Officer Jensen and Lieutenant Huzak's family and friends that they're in our thoughts and prayers.
Thanks, Jen. Mike, anything?
Jen just said it for me, thank you, John. I was going to bring that up.
Anything tonight? Bob?
Ditto to what Jen Sullivan said. I always had the same comment I was gonna do, but other than that, nothing.
Doug, anything tonight?
Just 2 quick things. That this weekend was the Earth Day collection for Halifax County. And thank you very, very much. It's always kind of a 2-part feeling to have. One, it's very encouraging to see how many people go out and sign up and go out and work their tail off. And this weather Friday and Saturday, February 1 was not that good. So groups that went out in that and tried to do it, thank you very, very much. To the ones that drop stuff off on the roadside, please don't do that. It's horrible to see that. And then all these people that do care go out and really work hard to clean them up. So there's plenty of places to get rid of stuff nowadays. Please go about it in the proper fashion, make it easier for everybody, a more beautiful place to live. That's it.
Thank you. Jason, do you have anything to add tonight?
Just to let people know that our Seneca drainage work is kicking off. We're going to be doing some ditch lining and regrading on Baker Boulevard between Baker and the Soccer Center. That's all I have to see.
Nadine, anything?
I have nothing unless the board has any questions for me.
Seeing none? Lynn, anything to add tonight? No. Motion to adjourn to the regular town board meeting on May 1st.
I'll make that one.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.